Brink Young, what's the word, man?
What's happening, man? I'm in the building.
You definitely in the building, bro. Memphis Slim House, that's what we are shooting right now. And if y'all don't know who this brother is, I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown. Well, I can't. It's so much. It's hard to remember. What you got? 37 awards now.
Man, about 15 or 16, somewhere
Okay.
in there. Yeah, we getting there.
Okay. Podcaster, radio host. The man just been working for so long, brother. So let's just get right into your story to kind of get into what we're going. So originally, where are you from, bro?
Born and raised pretty much, sort of kind of South Memphis. Not far from here. Like, as I told the students at Lamar College when I spoke there recently, I said I was raised 7 minutes away from here. You know, like literally 7 minutes. And Southside Pine Hill area definitely was.
Trenches.
It was instrumental in molding me how I am today. Like,
How so?
I learned a lot of no nonsense. I learned when people popping game on you. I learned just don't take a lot of things that people say as face value. Like anybody could be lying to you. Anybody could be just, or they could be riding your wave, until you come, until they come up. So I learned a lot of that from South Memphis. Like popping cone, I learned that in South Memphis. Running game on a female, I learned that from South Memphis. A lot of them things, like you can carry them over into the business world. So I appreciate South Memphis.
So let's stick with South Memphis for a second. How did you end up at Lamar College, and what did you do when you were there?
All right, so Lamar College, definitely want to give a shout out to Ina Esco.
Shout out to Ina.
She's over the, I believe it's the Lowry Communication Center. That's a new addition that they made there. And it's basically like, media, mass communication, majors. And basically, she brought me and an assortment of other, media personalities from Memphis, legendary people like Stan Bell, Kanji Anthony, TK from Hot 107.
Okay.
Just a whole bunch of people, notable people, to speak to the students.
Okay.
And it was cool. Like, it was real cool. Like, to me, I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. Like, when it comes to speaking to people, I shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have no flashcards. I don't write down no speech. I just come off the top with it. And they really received it. And I'm going to tell you something that's interesting, man. While maybe some of them didn't know who a lot of the other media personalities were, like, when coming through the door, Brink, the legend himself. I'm like, whoa, y'all know me?
Yeah.
Because y'all like 18, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't expect 18-year-olds to know me, but that just shows my reach is vast, like expansive, like humongous.
Right.
I could touch people from 60s all the way down to the teens.
Yeah.
And when I say touch, I don't mean no weirdo stuff.
Yeah, we're not talking about no
I mean like
Epstein shit.
my range, my reach, like interviewing people like NLE Chopper all the way up to Larry Dotson of the Barcades.
Right.
Everybody in between I got.
Yeah, you got some heavy hitters on your playlist for sure. Like, and I need y'all people that don't know him, look him up, bro. Like his profile, his resume is in the city of Memphis. I can't think of one better when it comes to interviews for sure.
Only people that I feel like will probably be better will probably be the more seasoned people. Maybe the WDIAers. Because radio personalities.
People that got funding.
Yeah, with funding,
Okay.
Exactly. But on the independent level,
It's one
top
of them.
dog.
It's one of them. Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What got you into media? What inspired you? What did you see? What made you say this is what Brink can do to make an impact?
It's no different than what we was just talking about. Like, you got all these radio platforms, radio stations in Memphis, and there was nothing for the indie artists. There was nothing for the small business. There was nothing for the underdog. And me seeing that lack, because that's where I come from. I come from being an indie artist. I come from being the underdog. Seeing that void in this city, like, it made me, you know what? I'm going to fill that void. And I stood in that gap for a very long time. Now you see so many other podcasters and broadcasters and media personalities on an independent level. But, I mean, for the longest, it was just me, I mean, definitely I'm giving respect and homage to the people, I would say my predecessors, the people who came before me, rather.
That's what I was going to ask you. Who did you look at?
Like, it was a lot of people on Public Access 17 who was doing basically what I was doing. Certain, UGTV, Joe Gotti had a show called True to the Streets.
Okay.
Mr. Lit, Soul Studio, City Beats TV.
Was you ever in Blog Talk Radio?
No.
Yeah. I know a lot of people started there.
Okay. Well, nah, not me.
Yeah.
Like, I've been Brink TV forever. And
Okay.
like, even other platforms don't even exist no more. Like, I'm still here. Like I said, the people who came before me, I watched what they did, but see, I'm the one who revolutionized it and got paid. I was the first independent media personality in Memphis to get paid a check from YouTube. We're talking about 2010. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, giving me my props because I revolutionized it. Yeah, there was people who came before me. Yeah, there are people who come after me.
Right.
But I was the one who made it a thing, who made it popular.
To really take on independent journalism.
Right.
Back with the perm. Man.
Yeah, baby.
Boy had the perm.
Tell them about the Gun Live boss, man. Look, I promise you, dog, I was out there. And I'm going to tell you a backstory on the perm. Like, okay, I had to figure out what would make me stand out and what would make me differ from everybody else.
Right.
Like, nobody looked like me because, like I say, I watched Friday After Next. I moved to New York and everybody started calling me Money Mike because I got my hair permed out one time in New York, and everybody was like, Money Mike, Money Mike. When I came back to Memphis, I brought that whole thing back here, because I was like, you know what? This sets me apart way before I was even into this.
Right.
So I thought, you know what? This makes me look different. It makes me stand out. And then, I was always in my mind on some pimp stuff, saw Snoop Dogg with the hair that was pimpish. So I was influenced. But
beautiful.
Exactly, man. I promise. So that's where I come from. So when it came to the media, like, what makes you different? Like, I remember Pimp C did an interview with this guy in Atlanta before he passed away. And he was like, man, you need to have something about you that's different that make you stand out from these other folks, man. You blend in with everybody. But when you come to Memphis and you see me with the perm and I got all these bright colors and whatever on, you're going to notice Brink. And that it was no way around it. So really and truly, the perm, ladies and gentlemen, that was truthfully just for me to stand out. Like, that wasn't how I wanted to wear my hair all the time. It's just, I know I'm going to this big event. I need to stand out so that I can get these interviews and network, whatever. So
this man had a cheat code, was light skinned and had the perm. That's just not fair.
Man, them girls thought I was a member of BTK or something, man. I was out there, bruh. Like, it was levels to it, but I understood it young. Like, I understood it.
So let me ask you this. We got different media platforms in the city. We got you, of course, Unapologetically Memphis, Famous Animal, Wicked Films, and countless others. Do you think Memphis media needs a reshaping or refacing or, maybe bolstered a little bit, or do you think Memphis media is doing fine? Like, what is your viewpoint on Memphis media today in 2025?
I think Memphis media needs a little grooming. I'll put it that way. Do I think it's fine? Nah, I don't. I was at another speaking engagement downtown. I was actually speaking on a panel with the mayor, Paul Young.
Shout out to Paul Young.
Definitely shout out to Paul Young. And my stance was, if I'm the quote unquote, big bro, so to speak, of the indie media, we got to get it to where they'll come and kind of, well, hey, this is what you got to tweak to be better.
Right.
Some of our media is really, really rough around the edges.
What do you mean? What do you mean by rough around the edges? I think I know where you're going, but let me see.
I'm going to say this. Ain't nothing wrong with dialect and how you talk. You ain't got to talk like Claudia Barr or whoever you don't have to talk like that. But professionalism. It's a certain level of professionalism that we got to bestow. Another thing, it's certain depictions that our indie media will allow to go out, and some of that stuff we shouldn't even show. As media, we have the control. Understand that images help shape our reality.
It's powerful, bro.
So to have that type of power, you got the control to let something like this go out or not. The integrity behind it. They doing it just to get paid. Well, it wasn't me doing it. I'm just showing it.
What did Uncle Ben tell Spider-Man, bro? Peter Parker.
With great power
comes great responsibility. That's a fact.
And I just wish that some of our indie media would, because I have no issue. I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Blackwood News. I like that.
Oh yeah,
you're getting
I
out
watch
there.
him. Yeah.
You're getting out there, boots on the ground. That's dope. We can do without fight videos though. That's what I'm saying.
That's covered.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's covered.
We could do without that.
Yes.
Because that's just showing our people acting a fool. We ain't gotta have that. And I'm not singling him out because there's so many others that do that.
It's
what I'm
countless.
saying is independent media. We can do without fight videos.
You know what?
We don't have to have it.
That's a great segue because I want to talk about the city and what's going on in the city, the image of the city, which is basically what we're talking about when it comes to media. What has gone viral today, I didn't plan on talking about this today, but we might as well address it. Sauce Walker and his artist, I'll put him on screen because I can't remember his name, but he's from Memphis.
I think it's Saysop. I think that's how
we old people, yeah. We're not the youngest no
we
more.
getting up there.
Yeah, he talking about biscuits sopping up.
but God bless the dead. Rest in peace.
Yes, yeah, it ain't a joking matter. But let me ask you a question, brother, because I'm noticing more and more in the city. Because coming up, the city was violent.
Yeah.
Okay, we knew this, but it was gonna be you might get your head jumped. Might get some shots in the air.
Might get stuffed in a trunk for a few hours.
You know what I'm saying? It was normal bad shit, right? It seems today like carjacking is that wasn't a Memphis thing, bro.
No.
Carjacking wasn't a Memphis thing. You got assault weapons everywhere. And it's like now Memphis is like unsafe. Memphis was never unsafe. It just had elements of the city that the streets was the streets.
Certain neighborhoods.
Right, streets was the streets. You
right.
know? Now it's the Cordova, the streets.
Everywhere.
So
downtown.
It's like, so when you see something like this happening to Sauce Walker and his artists, it's not surprising. But do you think that plays an effect on why maybe our media is struggling? Just what the negativity that goes on here?
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself and question yourself, why are you doing this?
Okay.
If you're doing this just purely to get the word out and make our people aware, cool. But if you're just doing this for the money that Facebook go pay you or the money that YouTube go pay you, ain't no integrity in it. You know, one thing that I do, I make a conscious effort to never depict any beef in Memphis on my platform.
Talk about it.
When we do deal with beef, from a Memphis perspective, it's in retrospect. It's in the past. Give you a clear example.
Right. Yeah.
Rest in peace to my dog, Big Motor. I miss the hell out of Big Motor.
Man,
Big Motor was my friend.
Before you go even I was at a 901 event, and this man was out there with the cups, and he was just out there, and it was just like, and you know we know him as Jaren, but it's like,
Big Jaren,
look at this man, bro. It's like he had his ways, but that was sad to see. But I just wanted to say that. But go ahead. What was your point?
An example, Big Motor. When I interviewed Big Motor, it wasn't right immediately the next day when the Sauce Walker, when the Shot Glizzy stuff happened.
Right.
It was way after. When everything died down, everything was okay. And I asked him, bro, what happened? See, when I deal with any type of beef that has to do with Memphis people, it's to get an understanding of what happened, where are you guys now, how can we fix this? How can we resolve this? I recently did an interview with Gangsta Black. And it just so happened that I showed a clip from an old interview with Gangsta Black. I showed it on I re-aired it on my Instagram or whatever. Somehow, I didn't tag DJ Paul, but DJ Paul was in the subject of this. DJ Paul somehow saw it and commented on there. During my interview, the updated interview with Gangsta Black, I asked him, hey, do you know about this comment? He was like, nah. I read it to him verbatim, showed it to him. He felt it was negativity. Shut off, clean off, talking about DJ Paul. That wasn't why I did that. I did that to understand what happened with y'all. That was 30 years ago. How can we get y'all back together? Because as a fan's perspective, dog, y'all made some incredible music
That's
together. Y'all are the soundtrack to my childhood, high school years. Everybody lives in nostalgia now. How can we get that back? Dumbass me trying to play peacemaker.
Right.
Backfires. This guy goes off on Paul. I put the interview out as is. Didn't cut it.
Right.
Paul sees that comments on YouTube. Bro, I wasn't even talking about you. You was always my favorite.
Yeah.
I listen to your album once a month to this day. I screenshot that. I sent that to Gangsta Black. And I said, bro, I brought this comment up to you to figure out how to get y'all back together.
Okay.
If I would have known all this would have happened, I never would have said it.
Yeah.
Gangsta Black was like, I hear you. Bro, all I'm trying to do is unite the city.
Right.
This is me as media, independent, a fan. Bro, if we all led with that as independent media, imagine how much drama and beef and bullshit we could probably resolve. Because people listen to us, right?
Right.
They value our opinion. They value the shit that we post. They think it's the gospel. What if we put positivity out there? What you think could happen in the city?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because one of the things that I'm proud to say is that I did my part to connect some media guys. And I played a part in you and Marcus and Unapologetically Memphis working together.
You did.
And what Tez, shout out my guy Tez the Fight, he played a big part in that too.
You did.
But I look at you and Marcus and Unapologetically Memphis as the standard of what media should be. You have some biases because you're human.
Yeah.
But you just cover what goes on.
Right.
And so bringing it back to this situation with Sauce Walker, how can we make the city? It's hard. How can we make the city safer for artists to come here? Or was it something do you think that they did that might have put them in harm's way? Like what is going on, bro?
Man, I'm gonna say, number one, that's a tall ask, that's a tall order because we just media, right?
Right.
Obviously, it starts at home with the parenting, but it takes a village to raise a child. We're part of that village. The things that we put out, that influences these children. So what can we do to make Memphis safer? I say continue to have a safe platform. Continue to display safe platforms. Show them that, hey, we're not doing the drama. We're not magnifying the beef. We're not. Every other platform in this city, most of the other indie platforms in this city I saw today was reporting on that.
Right.
And showing the footage of this man laying on the blood on his white tee. I ain't putting that out.
Yeah.
I ain't showing this shit. Want to know why? What is it gonna do for the city to show another person dead, another person killed?
You know what it seems like to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I know I'm going to receive some backlash for this.
It's always backlash when you're telling the truth.
Right. But it seems as if black people, my people, we want the reputation of being savages and murderous and you can't come to the city when we talking about it. But when the mayor or city councilman or the president talks about the issues that we have in the city and they label the people that did it as what they are, thugs, it's a problem. Does it seem to you as like we want the reputation but don't want the negativity that comes with it?
That sounds about right. I mean, the stigma is just there. Ain't too much we can do to change it. You can put a suit on right now and go somewhere and other races will still go clutch.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
Belong
That's
they're
true.
gonna lock their doors.
That's true.
Just because you got a suit on, you still I don't want to say the word,
Right,
but
you
you know
know.
what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, Jay-Z said that in a song. I can't remember what song that was. It was on the 444 album.
Yeah.
Dope giant.
Still nigga.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
That's for your young folks, y'all gotta.
that's just where we are.
Yeah.
That's just where we are. I heard something interesting today. I don't want to go too deep into it, but remember the young man Ezekiel Kelly who did all of that killing spree, and remember we saw when police captured him, he wasn't himself. Boy had a demon or something on him.
He did.
He don't even remember that all of that happened. This man been in the Bible, reading the Bible, and he been trying to tell other inmates about the Bible. They don't want to hear it. At first they want to talk to him because he done got all these bodies.
Right.
But now he trying to tell them about the word of God. The man went to court the other day with the Bible is saying. He's somehow trying to change his life, so to speak. But when he's trying to teach them about God and this and that, man, I just learned this in the Bible, they don't want to hear it.
You know, as you were saying that, my mind, just from being a pessimistic person that I can be sometimes, he's propping himself up to try to get charges lower. But you know, as I was thinking,
But it ain't happening.
It's not gonna happen.
You know.
But as I was thinking, you know, we do a lot of things to put ourselves in position that's not good. So why would we and I'm talking about myself, why would we go automatically to, he just trying to get out? It's possible that this man that went through the devil's gauntlet and just realized, whoa, I gotta be different.
What if his mission now is to educate those in prison or in jail about the word of God? For the ones who will be getting out. Obviously, he won't be.
This is why I love Brink, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, dog, you got to think about it. Even when the end of the world comes, people still got to be left behind to teach the rest of the world.
Right.
He's already there.
Yeah.
He's not getting out. But maybe it might be his mission now. We don't know. I can't judge. It might be his mission now to educate other prisoners who will get out, who will have their chance at freedom. Tell them about the Lord. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you say, the stigma is on us.
Yes.
The label is on us. We don't like when they call us that.
Right.
But I mean, it's
complicated.
like when you raise that Frankenstein, when you create that monster, now you got to deal with that monster. And then that monster has another monster.
Right.
And it's generations of monsters. And by the time you're an old man and that monster, the great grandbaby monster or the grandbaby monster knock you over the head and you like, damn, I raised your granddad and now you robbing me.
Yeah.
I raised that fool to be a fool.
Yeah.
And now you robbing me because I'm old, you know.
That is a great segue, because as I was asking you the question about the problems in the city, I was thinking about family broken, leadership in shambles, policy really doesn't reflect what we are dealing with on the ground, on the ground floor. And you look at the superintendent situation. When you saw that going on,
that's embarrassing.
Come on, talk about it.
That
From
shit
a
was
media perspective,
embarrassing.
how does that affect the viewpoint of our city?
You know, I don't know parties involved personally. It's only one member of the board that I actually know personally, and I'm not even gonna go there. But I don't know these people personally, but it appeared that there was a vendetta against this lady who came in on some real Joe Clark lean on me shit.
Yeah.
We finna whip this into shape.
Yes.
I see what the
we
problems
need.
are. We finna work.
Right.
And other people, they've been cool, they've been content. You rocking the boat, you making us work. Like, bro, what is you doing? And I felt like the lady was voted out. You know, it's our people.
Yes.
You know, our people. You know, then she a pretty lady at that, you know what I'm saying?
Got some swagger to her.
It might be some feelings about that. Who she thinks she is. I done heard that so many times in the workforce. Who she's supposed to be.
I was told by a partner of mine's wife, who's a teacher, she basically said the problem with her is that she would not go along with the buddy system.
Yeah.
A lot of people had certain jobs because of their families in the same sororities, fraternities, etc. They wanted a person that they could control. She was not that.
Right. And you always go get the boot when you like that.
Yes.
Like I think about the first Aunt Viv on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was an opinionated black woman who stood her ground, and the producers or whoever didn't like that. And then X amount of years later, I see her and Will Smith reconciling, and he's apologizing to her because maybe he was a ringleader. But I mean, when you got somebody who's strong and standing up for what's right, principle, structure, status, morals. Those are cussing words. That's foreign language to people
Especially
who,
if you're black.
man, you know. But I felt like the lady, you know, Fagans, Dr. Fagans, I ain't just go relegate her to just being a lady, but I felt like Dr. Fagans was doing a great job. But truthfully, some of this stuff still comes down on the parents. Yeah. I asked the young lady, I said, you aware? Because she got children in the school system. I said, you aware of this superintendent issue? She was like, yeah. I said, do you know who was the superintendent before Dr. Marie Fagans? Oh, it was some guy. I said, do you know who was the superintendent before him? No. I'm like, how old is your oldest child? Parents are not even paying attention to who the superintendent are. When I was a child, I knew it was a lady named Dr. Jerry House. That was our school superintendent.
I remember.
As a child, I've been knowing that. I don't have children and I keep up with that. Why? I plan on having them one day.
Right.
I have friends that have children. I have nieces and nephews. Important. I have siblings.
It's important.
That's what being community is about.
See, that's why I love Brink, because I keep saying we're not a community.
We're not.
We just live together.
Nah,
we just live by each other.
We live amongst each other.
Yes.
You know, we're not a community. We don't move as a unit. And then let me talk about the other part of that when some of the parents were talking and speaking, that was some of the most embarrassing stuff I've ever seen. With the same mouth, they say, Dr. Marie Fagans is great, she blah, blah, blah. And then when they voted against, you MF for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? Word?
You're not helping her.
Nah.
And that's it's like, I appreciate the energy. But like you said earlier, when it comes to media, our intellect, the way we speak matters,
right,
bro. Especially when it comes to our image. And
then there was so many opportunists that were there just to make it look like they're for a cause.
Right.
They be at everything, but these people be out for themselves. And I don't want to call names so bad, but I ain't gonna do that. I ain't on my Judge Joe Brown issue right now. But I want to call names because there's some folks that was out there and that's everything. And they constantly on the news. And they saying, we need to this and we need to that. You ain't about that. You just trying to get attention for whatever you
on the hype train.
Folks got motives, dog.
Yeah, they do.
People who really out here, really about their life, probably tutoring kids or got some type of mentorship going on in their neighborhood. They not just on the news crying wolf every time something happens. Wolf.
Yeah. Brink wants to say, I'm glad we've grown, brother.
That's my professionalism.
Right.
Me not saying these people's names
it's
and calling them out.
It's not important.
These are among some of these are among the same ones that was rallying on the Black Lives Matter movement and then rallying, like whatever movement they jump on that bandwagon. Dog, it's about really affecting your community from grassroots. They're not doing that. Some of these people, they just chasing the ambulance just to get on TV to make it look like they activists, but they really pseudo activists. They just playing the role. They was probably on the bridge too 10 years ago.
So speaking of activism, you could kind of correlate that with church members and church people. So another event that has gone on, I don't want to say event, but another tragedy, catastrophe, however you want to call it. Dang. The brother pastor that was slain, where was it at?
It was actually in South Memphis. I think it was like a little bar and grill or bar and lounge, some type of deal.
So when you first saw the initial reports, what were your thoughts?
It bothered me. It bothered me, but not for the reasons that normal people would probably look at. Like, I'm a realist. I'm not on nobody's side. You know, rest in peace to him. I hate that the lady had to do what she had to do. I feel like she didn't have to do that. I feel like he didn't have to be there. You know, married man, if your wife ain't with you, you need to be at the crib. I can't tell people what to do.
Right, but it's things set in place for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But regardless, you get into an argument, they say it's about religion. The Bible says you're supposed to wipe the dust off of your feet and not even bid them peace. They don't want to hear it. Don't cast your prayers before swine.
Exactly.
Bounce.
Out of there.
It was something in him, I guess, that made him want to go back. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he was on, the oil, drinking. I don't know what was the case. I have no clue. But him going back didn't work out in his favor.
I remember as the story came out, he was the victim.
Yeah.
Period. Like, and I'm not saying he isn't some sort of a victim.
Right.
But that was the narrative.
Yeah.
We've just seen recently.
I saw the video where he got out of the truck and he was charging at the lady. She was recording his license plate.
Which was suspicious.
And it looked, and
right.
he wasn't verbal at all.
He was just walking towards her.
He just had this dark stare on his face. I always ask this question, man, what happened to the warning shot?
Right.
Shoot him in the leg. Shoot him, blow his pinky toe off.
Right.
Pow.
Right.
He'll still be here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say you didn't visibly see a weapon.
We expect police officers to do that. Why can't we expect our own?
I've been saying that too about the police. Like, what happened to everybody is shoot to kill these days. Why?
We're desensitized.
Why?
Our society, like, I saw Big Motor die.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we see these people die, which is something that wasn't our, like, we're old enough to remember when that wasn't, you had to get on the dark web to see stuff.
Right,
like
I remember that.
We are desensitized, bro, like, to where it's like, it's almost like as she should.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, I always say I would hate to kill another black man. Yeah. But if I have to, I will.
Right.
That's the energy we should have. That is not the energy we have.
I didn't see that from what happened.
We wasn't there, but right.
Yeah, we wasn't there. We don't know all the facts, but like my question is always, dog, what happened to the warning shot? If you would have,
he would have backed up.
I'm good.
I believe that.
We ain't got no problems.
Right.
I don't want no smoke.
Right.
I've even heard allegedly when the gun was pulled, he started bagging up. I don't know if it's true or not.
Right.
But
that's what most people would do.
It didn't have to happen.
Right.
It didn't have to happen. And that's all I'm saying. I know it's a lot of people on that train.
We could never.
It didn't have. He didn't have to be there.
Right.
She didn't have to. Like I say, pinky toe. I watch Harlem Night. I blow that pinky toe off. Wow. If you gotta do something, blow the pinky toe off.
Yeah, I agree, man. But we never know. Until you're in the situation.
Right.
It's just a sad thing.
Yeah.
So one of the final things I want to speak on is this is lighthearted, but it reminds me of how I felt when Mario Chalmers hit that jumper.
Yeah.
Memphis is again out of the tournament.
Yeah.
First round exit.
Yeah.
I myself have been very critical of Penny. I feel like he's a model on the sideline, and he's a recruiter. But they did better than I thought they would do this year. But I am frustrated, Brink. Tell me something good about this.
I mean, honestly, it's similar. Penny has a long way to go in his coaching career. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to really say. I mean, he's still relatively a fresh, new college coach.
I agree.
You know, I don't even think I know it ain't been 10 years.
It's barely been 5.
It's barely been 5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what the ceiling is supposed to be. I mean, are there any type of stipulations? He has to win a college championship in the first X amount of years.
Right.
Well, when was the last time Memphis won a college championship?
Have we?
If we did, it was in the 70s back in them Elliott, not Elliott Perry, but them Larry Finch. If we did.
That's when it was Memphis State.
Right. So, I mean, realistically, how many colleges is out there? How many, the schools who usually top, you got people like North Carolina, you got people like Duke, you got people like Michigan State, Florida, Kentucky. Those are probability-wise in the top for winning a championship. Yeah. Memphis ain't been there since Calipari, no. And then we know what happened with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How could we expect so much from Penny and he's relatively a fresh new college coach? It ain't like high school. Winning state and all of that, that's relatively easy compared to college.
Because you got the best in the country.
You got the best. We talking about cats who directly going to the league.
Yeah, 1 and done, 2 and done.
That's it.
Max. Right.
So I mean, we won a lot for Penny, but I mean, Penny got a long road ahead of him. So I mean, I just hope the best for him. I mean,
we should be patient with him, huh?
I'm gonna say this, it's hard to say that when you recruiting some of the top players in the nation.
Right.
And every year I hear about, man, this is the top shooting guard. This is the top. He in the top 3. And I'm like, dang, we finna win this time. But we don't.
As critical as I was when you said all that, it made me think. There's two things I thought about. I thought about Dion, and I thought about the portal and the money. So he is dealing with a different game.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
Dion as well.
NIL, dog, that's changed the heart.
These young men are
Cats was playing for something
right
10 years ago.
Right.
Wasn't no NIL. You wasn't a millionaire.
It was a little $25K under the table.
That
Take
was
care
it.
of mama and them.
That was it.
Right.
Like I remember, shout out to Tony Allen.
Uh-oh.
Tony Allen was talking about how he was driving a Benz. I want to say that was like his freshman year of college.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach saw that and took the car from him. Mm-hmm. He said, you ain't getting this back to the end of the season.
Yeah.
What precedent does it set when you're driving a Benz and everybody else
What can you
hitching
tell
a
them?
ride? What can you tell this
What
young
can you
cat?
tell them? That's the difficulty.
That's an example of what's going on now with these NIL deals and all that. Like, it's crazy. I remember when I was in Atlanta, I remember seeing a billboard that had college players on it. And I'm like, dang, that's right. They can do endorsements
Right,
now.
yeah.
Because it's wide
They
open.
couldn't. We couldn't even play NCAA because of this, bro.
Man, dude, wasn't no names on them jerseys,
No.
no likeness, just numbers.
Just a
Straight
number or a fake name.
I had my guy, and he actually was coaching with Penny, Robert Jackson. Used to be a rapper named, he was Ready Rock back in the day. I think I can reveal that now. He ain't teaching no more. But he was like, bro, I was in the NCAA game. I was like, for real?
Yeah.
And then his partner was like, yeah, it was really like, it was his number, and he was light-skinned, but his name wasn't on there. And I was like, oh, so technically you was, but
Right.
you wasn't.
Right.
Now you can, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
a whole different game, man.
And you can get paid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got to be patient a little bit with our guys because, like I said, even with Penny and Dion, you know, look at where they were, look at where they've taken them. You know, it's just
Another thing I'm gonna say, man, it's still excitement. It's still escapism at the end of the day.
yeah,
It's a lot of money in college sports.
That's a fact.
And people will pay to just come watch. You got
Regardless.
so many bursars and alumni, they just want to come watch and
They
hope,
coming regardless.
and hope they be packing out more than what's the name do.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies do. You
They
know
do.
what I'm saying? So
do.
it's just big business. You go keep coming back every year. Well, Cowboys fans, they go keep coming back every year. This year, my team go get it. Same thing, dog.
All right, Brink. I'm not doing the Cowboy.
I mean, I'm just being for real.
Jesus
I'm being
Christ.
for real. Not trying to insult.
If I could find a woman that loves me as much as these niggas love the Cowboys, I'll be all right in life.
Yeah, you be married.
Yeah, I'll be married, have another child,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanna wrap on a uplifting speaker, motivational speaker type of a deal with Brink, because this is a new Brink. I can honestly say you've elevated over the years that I've known you.
Yeah, the fact.
So,
Thank you, man.
from a cultural perspective, what do you want to see happen in the city that can take us to another level? What does that look like for you? 'Cause
All right,
this-
so
we talk about the culture here.
I'm gonna speak from a few different spectrums.
Okay.
I want parents to become better parents and raise their children better.
Together.
I want parents to raise the standard for their children, raise the bar, heighten those expectations for your children. The bar shouldn't just be set at a warehouse job in Memphis. Raise their bar. It ain't got to be college. Teach them how to be an entrepreneur. Like YouTube University. That's an incredible university.
I agree.
You can learn how to become whatever you want. Chat, I always mess it up, but what is it? Chat GPT?
Yeah, ChatGPT.
Man, you can learn
Game
how to do
changer.
whatever you want.
Game changer.
So
He just gave y'all some sauce. That's a game changer.
So really help elevate the standard for these children. Like parent your children, become better parents for your children. Become a better human being because the picture is bigger. It's not just you. You got children. They watching you. We learn more with our mind or we consume more with our mind than we do our mouth. So be a better human being for your children to see. That's that spectrum. Next spectrum, media. We can't control the big media, the corporations, the brawn, the brass, the ones who are sponsored, and
The oligarch.
we can't control them. That's the
Right.
machine. Independent media, we got control over that. Let's be better about the information and the imagery that we put out. I've seen people, and I won't even name this platform's name, but I've seen them put out wrong information about people getting killed. And then folks be like, he ain't dead, he ain't get killed. He be like, oh, my bad, shit, I thought they were dead. Why you still got the post up? Just because you keep running up the engagement and running up your Facebook check. We got to be better.
Yeah.
We got to be better. We don't have to show fight videos. We don't.
Right.
We don't. What is it profiting? Because all that's doing is inciting in people's minds, man, it couldn't have been me because mine,
Right.
I can't wait for a motherfucker.
and
As
now-
soon as I want that to happen to me.
And you
speaking
manifesting
You
it.
speaking that on your life. And now you put in that situation to where you got to pull that pistol out or you got to bust that chopper just like you saying in this video. Independent media, we got to be better about the depictions and the imagery because we shifting and shaping the culture, don't even fucking know it.
It's a big responsibility.
We got to be better about that. But if you just all about the money and, oh man, I'm trying to get the word out. No, you ain't, dog. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Because if you really cared about this culture and improving the quality of Memphis, you wouldn't put negative imagery about out 90% of the time. They don't ever put the positive shit out as much. I barely see Grove Hero on my timeline like I used to. You see what I'm saying?
Unless he's saying something controversial about Dolphin CMG.
Right.
They're
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
grab that immediately.
But the
Right.
thing is, it's a Grove Hero in every neighborhood. Why they not push to the forefront? Share that. I met a guy years ago, Heal the Hood Foundation of Memphis. This man be going to schools, putting on skits and plays for these children to see. And they seeing what happens in real life at a young age. The way it's pricking their mind so that they can know, but dang, if this happened, I don't need to. Because that's the message.
The power of imagery. I don't think people understand how powerful image
Where's
is.
the message in just showing two people fighting with no context? Ain't no message.
No.
So that's why I say,
It's
bro,
entertainment.
I'm not trying to be mean or trying to be lame. I'm trying to show folks like, dog, we could be doing better than that. I've never, ever on any of my social media pages shared a fight video, ever. Have I looked at them? Of course.
Yeah,
You know,
we still human.
I mean, we just human. We like
Right.
to see people throw hands.
Yeah.
But that's what boxing is for.
That's what UFC is for.
That's what UFC is for. Even though it's fake, that's what wrestling is for.
Right.
So if you must see that, watch the people who getting paid to do it, who doing it for a living, a sport. That ain't a sport. That's just us killing each other. And it's messing up our minds. So media, independent media, watch what you putting out here, man. Have some type of integrity. How would your grandma feel knowing you putting this shit out? Let's really like get back to respecting our elders. Well, my grandmother approved it. Man, bro, I got to put out here what's really real. But you can help change what's really real. You start putting out positivity. I challenge you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it, but I'm just putting it out there. Like you say, it's a whole different brink you dealing with now. I elevated, dog. I'm getting older. I'm seeing the things. I'm seeing my city deteriorate in much a faster rate, a faster pace than ever before. I remember I heard some people talking about earlier this week, bro, it's gonna be a hot summer. It's gonna be so much killing. It's a war going on right now in North Memphis, 7th Street.
Yep, 7th
I
Street.
know them
Yep.
folks. I know them. And it hurts me. Pooh Shiesty finna get out. Folks like, yeah, it's finna be so much killing. You happy about that?
It's crazy.
I'm happy about this man getting home so he can spend time with his family and get back to making a living. I'm not happy about anybody getting killed. Why we gotta be glorifying it? They happy about that. They happy about that. This man got he got a mask named after him. They happy about that.
Bro.
And I like him. I like the boy.
I do too.
I like the boy. I ain't trying to come down, but I'm saying
That's
do
the
your
reality.
music and that's it.
We have you know, I'm gonna wrap with this because what you're basically saying is we have a responsibility for the culture.
We do.
And notice the word. This I think this is one of the best examples for people that have any kind of a political awareness. The word woke. They have taken that word and turned it into this victim status when basically it was just us learning about our culture,
Right.
learning about where we come from beyond being slaves and Jim Crow, like really who we were as people.
Yeah.
They've captivated and taken their word because we didn't care about it enough, right? And we have a responsibility to change because I don't like the culture. I don't.
Nah, me
But there are things that I remember about the culture, that I love about the culture, that I feel like we can make a difference with if we take the time to do the things like Brink does.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, bro, I just want to salute you.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate what you do, brother. And I just from a man's standpoint, your evolution.
Thank you.
Because you're not stuck in a box.
Right.
You allowed yourself to make mistakes, and that's the path of entrepreneurship. That's the path of walking with God. That's the path to basically anything you could deem successful.
Yeah.
So before we wrap, brother, tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming next, and we're going to go and wrap it up.
All right, so as far as me, man, every Sunday night, 7 p.m., 96.3 FM, Memphis. Listen live on bumper963.com. It's called Brink Radio. I'm on the radio, right? Cool. Tuesday nights, 9 p.m., Comcast Channel 31, Memphis. Watch the live stream on BrinkTVShow.com. I'm on TV. Cool, right? At Brink TV Show on all social media. Everything's the same. One cool thing that I got popping off, man, I'm involved in a battle rap league called the Rap Off Leagues of Memphis. It's a 5-on-5 artist team, versus type deal. Each artist has 5 minutes sets, and the judges vote on who won. So that's a real cool thing. I'm a team owner. Like I say, the Brink City Bombers. Shout out to the Bomb Squad, South Memphis. You know what time it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just stay on the lookout for everything that I got going on. I'm trying to dive more into just telling the story of Memphians and telling the story of Memphis. Like, I just hope that our culture preserves people like me, because I'm actually doing it for the bettering of Memphis and not just for a check. I do it for a check because I got to pay my fucking bills, right? But honestly, I just hope our city and the culture preserves people like me, and that way we can keep this thing going.
Yes, sir. Brink, appreciate you.
Man, South Memphis was happening. Gotta throw it up.